Well, okay then. I think we're all set here. And if you are here, greetings. Whew. My name is Anthony Gray. Welcome to another exhausting episode of Grayscale Painting. If you only knew what I went through shortly before coming on. Trying to get things situated for a Zoom cast in the upcoming couple weeks over at Home Artist Academy. So I got a few things I'm working on at the same time, and so it's getting a lot of that stuff done, getting it ready. But I think that we're all set and ready to go here. I'm pulling up the tablet so I don't have to keep looking over there to my left. So bear with me one hot minute while everything cooks together. This is a 9x12. It's actually foam board, but I've glued canvas to it, primed canvas. All right, so it is 9 by, as you can see, it's 9x12. All right, so hello Chrissy, hello JCT, hello Beth, and we're going to actually give, we'll be doing a giveaway, but you're gonna have to work for it today. You're gonna have to find the 4-leaf clover, but that will come right after this painting. All right, as you can see, I've masked off a quick barn. We'll get some deciduous trees going on in the background, you know, that type of thing. So, all right, looks like we're alive, we're ready, we're set, and we're gonna get to getting here. Okay. All right, let's look down here to the lower, for you guys it will be the lower right hand corner. Titanium white, cad yellow, dark blue, and cad red medium, which are basically the colors I pretty much use anyway. You guys can almost say it by heart. All right. Hello, Miss Rose. How are you? Marilyn, hello. So, let's get on to it. All right. As you see, we don't have green, and you would think, you know, I would put green in the palette, but no. The blue and the yellow will do fine. If I want it darker, I just use red. If I want it lighter, I just use white. Very simple. If I need to make brown for the barn, I'll just use the red and blue. I'll add some white to it, make it gray, and then we'll do a little stuff with that. All right. So, really simple. Simple. I'll put a basic piece of sky in there. Because the sky is not really going to be the forefront of anything. All right, it's just going to be simply background, because I really want the barn surrounded by trees. So very lightly, and I mean very lightly, I'm going into vegetable glycerin. Vegetable glycerin would be like, hello Madonna. It will be one eye open. I get one eye open over here too. Vegetable glycerin is much like, let's say, liquid clear or linseed oil, if you're oil painting. And now, as you see on canvas, the glycerin, you see, starts to bead. Okay, so it's a different feel for the glycerin on canvas. Different thing altogether. All right. But it is moving around. It is in there. But since it's colored because of the ink or whatever that was on this brush previously, you get to see the effects of what glycerin does. Okay, but it is all covered on there. Okay. All right. That should be enough of that. I'll just wipe it off with my towel. I got a beach towel on my lap here. All right, so we're gonna get some blue, and what I'm gonna do once again is basic kind of a sky color, nothing to write home to mom about. With this microphone, I'm pretty sure you hear the dog in the background. That is not mine. That's the one outside. And with the glycerin, as you can see, I can spread it around quite easily. Okay. Don't worry about streak marks. They'll go away, but it really won't matter because you're not going to see too much of the sky anyway. You'll see bits and pieces of it, but I mean, it's not going to be, but you're going to see mainly trees on this painting. Usually I pop a sky in there real quick, but not today. All right, let's get a little bit of white, and we'll just kind of pop the white around the barn a little bit. A little silhouette. Like I say, don't worry about the streak marks or it looking kind of crazy as of right now because it truly doesn't matter. I just put it around here like that, just silhouette the barn a little bit. I know I got white on my brush still, but that's all right. We'll go back into the dark blue and we'll just kind of darken the corners a little, just like that. Ease up on the hand pressure, that's all. Okay, something like that is good. All right. Not necessarily looking for a dynamic sky of any sort because it'll be covered by trees. And we need deciduous trees, not the pine trees, which I'm so. Hey, hello Diana, how are you? Good evening to you. Good to see you. Enjoyed your show today. Of course, I could be like those morbid people that look and crane their necks at car accidents. Because, you know, maybe you get guests on there just to see you. You might take a tumble off that chair, but I think you got good balance. We could hope. So, taking my giant makeup brush, and we're just kind of going little circles, just blend out the streak marks. Okay. And if you notice, I taped where the ground is. All right. So I want a definite separation of the sky and the ground on this one. That's basically it, really. No more, no less. Yep. This is cool. This will work. Don't get too over. I'm just doing very light X strokes there. Just don't get too much into, because like I said, this sky's just back here just to be back here right now. It's not the main focus of what's going on. It's gonna be, like I say, 90% of that's gonna be covered by trees anyway. All right, I'm just wiping off the brush. I don't necessarily have to clean it as of yet. All right, so let's gather some dark and we'll get some interesting looking tree line going on up there. All right, so we'll do these in parts. All right. Hey, Sam's Art Studio, how are you? It's good to see you. Once again, for those of you who did come in, hit that thumbs up or thumbs down. All right, we're going to be giving away a painting today. Not this one, but it's the one I've already done. As soon as I'm done with this guy here, I'll give it up. You got to work for it. You got to find the 4-leaf clover. Get it? All right. Okay. I'm just looking around for a brush that I can use that will give me a fairly interesting eye. I guess I'll mess around with this one. I very rarely use this guy. It's nothing but a stamper brush, but we'll use it for some trees today. Okay, let's go in here. Let's dip into a little bit of blue. We'll bring that blue out here. Get some red. This is kind of my favorite go-to dark color anyway. A little bit of deep maroon here. I always tend to go a little heavier on the red. Why, I don't know. It's just me, or who knows. Okay, a little bit more blue there. Keep dipping into the blue. I'll stir it all around in there real good. I probably might play around with some umber. Where are you? Come here, come to daddy. We'll put a little umber in there. Deepen that color. This is burnt umber. Definitely want a dark background here. Yeah, that will more than work. Put a little blue on that. Now I'll put some of this dark blue. It makes it deeper. It won't make it entirely super brown, so Okay. Take my little stamper brush, get some very interesting patterns here. Now I got plenty of paint up on this. And I just want, now as I'm doing this, because I want very interesting tree-like shapes as of right now. I don't want to entirely have it entirely super dark as of yet, but just get some interesting patterns there. Bring it down a little bit. Come out here. I'm just twirling the brush around, get some, because they want really interesting patterns going on, like so. And we'll get it to be a little darker and darker as we keep going downward. As it goes downward, almost completely solid. Okay. I'll probably get it even deeper than that. We'll keep it something like that. Alrighty then. Yep, I'll probably get it darker. Because I just used the stamper brush just for interesting patterns on top. That's all. All right, we'll put Mr. Stamper back here. I don't need him anymore. All right. Let us, I'm still trying to find a brush. I guess I don't want to play with that either. Looks like I might have to stick with the old standby today. I don't really want this one either. It's too large for this size paper. I guess I'll use this fella. We're doing a hog's hair. This is the number 8 flat. That guy. All right. Let's go into our blue. Going in the same mix and then our red. We'll stir it in there real good. Get some more blue, put that blue in there. And I'm just making it a bit darker than what you see here, especially down below. Now the blue that I chose is Dollar Roundy. This is not the blue. I don't know why I even grabbed this. I need to get my Grumbacher. This is phthalo blue. Now things are gonna get really dark real quick. Very powerful, very strong blue, much like that cat red. A little dot of do you really. Okay, there we go. That will work. All of that. Okay. You see how dark that got real quick? That's more like it. And we'll come back up in here. Really solid in here. Now we'll play around with this. I just need it pretty strong here. Probably up around in here a little bit. And then we'll start playing around with leaves and whatnot. You'll still see the green of the leaves and whatnot, but just pretty solid there. All right. We'll start opening up things here. I'm just pouncing the brush into the plate just to open up the bristles a little bit. And we'll just start making interesting pockets of dark in there. Just like so. Just cute little whatever is in there. I'm not going to get rid of our original color. Just pop that dark in there. We'll put, I'm actually painting right through the barn itself. Okay. Now remember, this is acrylic paint. It dries through evaporation, so what might be gaudy at first will lighten up rather quickly. Like I said, I don't want to get rid of all of the lighter color. Okay, that's good. Hello Mona, how are you? Like my new thing. Yeah, thank you. Every once in a while, it's just time for a change, and I will change up. I'll try to do it at least once a year, but I'll keep the thumbs up there. I think it looks pretty neat. Let's just take one of these guys. Everybody know what a plastic brush is, right? So we'll take one of these guys here. And we'll just kind of go up like this. And we'll kind of put a thin one up here, branch it out, things like that, and kind of snake it around there like this. And we'll put one here, kind of like that. And kind of snake one up around here, something like that. I know it looks a little crazy right now, but you'll be all right. All right. In the long run, you'll say, hey, he somewhat knows what he's doing. Yeah, we'll kind of have him snake around there. Yeah, you guys can see it. All right, cool. We'll spread that out. Let's put a big one right in there like that. And have him root out like this and come up there. And, you know, little things like that happening. Let's get I guess I'll stick with actually let's get one that's a little softer. Let's go into our yellow. Now this brush is, you almost can tease it and call it a watercolor brush. That's about, all right, as you can see, I'm taking a little bit of the cat yellow, put it into this bluish brown mix here, and here's our green. Okay. I'm looking at it here, seeing if it's light enough to show through. I don't particularly think so. I'm gonna just tease a little bit of white, just a very little bit. I need it lighter, but I don't want it to look like there's snow on the trees. And we're gonna take this, we're gonna pounce it, get it very spaced out looking. Maybe you'll see it from here. You see the way they look? See that? That's what we're looking for right there. That ratty looking look for a brush. Okay. We'll zoom in for a second. I think that should be good. Let's bring it over around this side. I don't think I have to raise it up too much. Okay, right about there. That should be good. We're gonna take this, and this is gonna be our secondary color here. And we're just gonna give very little touches of green in there. And you just get interesting little patterns going with it. Cut into your branches. See this? Now, you might not be able to see it too well as of right now because it's dark. Okay, but wait until I start lightening things up a bit. And we're gonna just keep it moving. Don't try to cover every single little nook and cranny. Save some of those other colors that you put in beforehand. Okay. I'm painting on top of the barn, the whole nine. Never lose the flow of your painting. All right. It's okay. Bring some of that green off there too. All right. So when you start adding different layers and values of green or whatever color for your trees, all right, you don't have to cover every little bit. All right. I'm just twirling the brush around in different angles, different ways, just getting interesting patterns of green. The blue is mixing in with it, which is even better. It's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. And you just keep it moving. Now I need more green. A little bit more yellow. Pop it in there. And plus I'm not adding any glycerin or any water to this paint, all paint. So I'll keep it pretty thick. I don't think I have to focus it. I think it's in there pretty good. I think we're in there pretty strong. All right. Like I say, you might not see it too well at first, but it's there. But you'll see. Right. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get a little bit of yellow. I'm not going too far out of the green. Let's get some yellow. A little touch of white, maybe on the corner. Mix it in there. See this? A little more yellow. I don't want to get it super bright. That should be good enough. Keep it pretty much subdued, even though it's a brighter color. We'll come over here. All right. I want the lighter side to be, I guess, on the right side. So we'll lighten it up on the right hand side. Now, what I'm going to do is very tiny, cute little dot things here. Looks like that. But I'll keep them primarily on one side. Just cute little. Now, as I'm doing this, okay, you know, you pick and choose where you want your highlights. Now, to emphasize the highlights, obviously I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. We'll join this around there. We'll kind of pop some here. Come down here a little bit, like that. Give it a little push on some of those there. You want the randomness of your trees there. All right. Right there on top of the house. The way you hold your brush also makes a difference. You want to hold it kind of flat. This way you get a different look doing it this way. Okay. Go in different directions with it. If you feel your secondary highlight is getting a little dull, get some more paint. That's what was going on here. Now, when I get to the brighter paint, I'm going to add a little water, loosen it up a little bit. Let's bring some of that down there. Something like that. Okay, the lighter shade, we'll just go right in here to the light green here. I'm adding white, but I'm going to tint that white with strong yellow. Like I said, I don't really want snow trees, so I'll get a little bit of water and put it in there, because a thinner paint will stick to that thick stuff up there. I'll bring it out here a little bit. Okay, very watered down paint will stick to this side. Now I want my lit side to be coming from this direction. Okay, so we're going to highlight from that direction. Hello, Kathy, how are you? Miss Connor, J. Marie, how are you doing? Nell, how are you doing? That's all right. That's all right. I'm actually an hour early because I think 7 o'clock is a little too late for me, because I get bored and I start to fall asleep and stuff. And plus I got the little contest thing going with the clover painting giveaway. So we'll just kind of, now, very, very touchy light spots. The lighter you go, the less of it you need. All right, and I want to envision just the top parts getting the love here. Okay, I don't necessarily have to go to the direct ones in the back. It won't be necessary. Just like that. I don't think I need anything poking out in that area. Remember, this is looser paint, so smaller touch. Okay, I'm not really accustomed to painting on something this small. This is a 9x12, so it's actually frame size. Okay, and this is a foam board, but it's covered with the canvas. I glued the canvas on the foam board. Extremely sturdy, and when it comes to mailing them off, extremely light. So all of that is a plus. Okay. And once again, with all these different clumps of foliage that you can't see, I went too fast there. With all these different clumps of foliage, the brighter wire you can start to mold and make where you want your highlights to be. All right. And you don't need too much of it. Okay, you pop a little bit down there, something like that. Snake some around here in that area. I really don't want too much of that here. Maybe pop in a couple there and just leave the rest alone. Something like that. And just leave it be. All right. Now let's do something cute just because. I get the red. I'm doing this just to do it. So I'm getting some red here on this. I'm just doing it. Let's do it around in here. Let's just take it and push up a little bit like that. Just little clumps of some bright stuff. You know, usually you would have green in here. And let's put some bright fire red stuff up around in here this time. We'll highlight it with a little yellow. Okay, just something a little different. Give it a little push, just like that. Okay, why not? Oh no, Mona. What I did was this is foam board, but I have canvas roll, and I just spray glued the back of the canvas roll in the back of the foam board, and just laid it on top, pressed it, cut it. And that's it. So I'm actually on canvas. It's just on this very light foam board. That's all I did. That is all. That is all. All right. Let's get a little bit of yellow. Now it's kind of orangey color. That's fine. Put a little white in there, brighten it up a little bit. Something like that. We'll water it up a bit, loose it up. Then wipe some of it off. And once again, you just give it a kind of a little push here and there. Maybe just like that. I gotta be careful because it starts to look like fire. So just be careful. I'll blend some of that in there because it does look like flames. Don't want it to look like little, I don't know, no brush fires. I think we're having enough of those already. Okay. Well, they're very light. You can frame them and everything. It's just that, you know, they weigh a few ounces instead of, you know, a few pounds. All right, let's take the tape off. Whoops, I didn't mean to take that off. That I didn't mean to come off, so hold on 1 second. This is just tape over tape. So let's try to put this back without making too much of a fuss. There. Don't worry about all that. That's going to be covered over. Yeah, it's tape over tape, tape over tape. Be careful. There we I did it again on this side. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. Peel it off from the back here. It happens. There. And just cover it back up again there. That's it. Don't worry about all this. I mean, whatever happens, happens there. That's okay. Hashtag. Don't panic. All right. I don't necessarily need glycerin for this part. It's just grass and foliage, and I'm just going into my blue, into my red, into my green. I'm just going into a little bit of whatever, because I'm just covering all of this. This is just being, you know, it's going to be covered up anyway. Like I said, I don't need any glycerin here. The glycerin basically was just for the sky. Okay, that's all. Now I'll use the glycerin just to loosen up the paint to get up off of this plate here. But that's about it, really, because I'm just blocking all this in. Get as close to the red foliage stuff as you can. That's it. And then just come over here and just kind of block everything in. No pattern, no rhyme or reason as of yet. If you see me shaking violently there on the camera's attached to the easel, which is why it's shaking. So that's it, just block it in, okay? Just block it right in. Anything that we choose to do with this foreground will come obviously after the block-in stage. Okay, just like that. That's it. Block it in. All right, let's go to a little bit of blue. I'll mix it in with this green a little bit. You're seeing the top of my head. Sorry. Right in here, we'll just kind of put a little body to that down there in the bottom. I'm getting a little red because we need more. There we go. We'll darken that up a little bit right from here. Just like that. Just pop it in there. This is my do everything brush. Slide, please. Oh, sorry about that. I get into it and then I forget. My bad. My fault. There. I'm pretty sure you guys can. There you go. You can see it for the rest of the duration. I won't move it around. But I'm just blocking all of that in. It's a little darker up front than it is toward the back. Okay. The lit area will be here. The darker area will be here going down. All right. Yeah, it's not too bad. Actually, I get my foam board at the big box store. So they're only I don't know, a few bucks a sheet. So I ended up getting 5 or 6 of them. And when I cut them to regulation standard frame size, it was, they were so, they're my hand compared to this, and that's 9 by 12. So they're pretty tiny. So I'm like, what am I going to do with these? You know, so I guess I'll do little tranquil scenes like this. I don't know. Okay, now we can take a larger brush. We'll do the fan brush deal. I can pattern the grass any way I want. Really, it's really up to you. It's your world. You do with it what you will with your, with your foliage. Stick with the basic green, fine. I'll dip a little red in this and I'll darken it up. It would be some kind of weird brownie color here. Okay, just like that. All right. And I know this is odd color for grass, but maybe, fall's coming. Who knows? We'll brighten it up, we'll green it up, we'll do something with it. Anyway, open up the bristles. Okay, however you want your grass, really up to you. So as of right now, we want the lit side to be over here, so we'll do it this way. We'll kind of put the dark stuff over here. We'll just kind of, you guys should be able to see it. We'll just tap it in there. Okay. Now the paint is a little kind of tacky, and that's fine, because right now we're just putting on the first little specks of color in it. Just like that. Keep wearing away at it. Don't panic. I think what's going on is the glycerin is still on this, which is why it's kind of lifting up, but that's fine. Keep working at it. Keep playing. Have a good time. Keep playing with it. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Spread it right up there, just like this. So I think you guys can start to see what's happening here, what's going on, just like that. I guess I'll throw in a few patches of this color right up in here, just a few, just like that. Don't worry about paint being lifted off. It's not the end of the world. That's just the glycerin. It's okay, I promise. It is fine. Different fan brushes will give you different looks for your foliage, for your grass. So we'll change from this one, go to I got a big, I know I got a bigger one around here somewhere. But I'll use this guy. I got a nice size one. I can't seem to find it. It's in hiding. It quarantined itself. All right, I ran out of blue. Not cool. So hold on one second. Let me dig up some blue here. No, the clover is done. It's been done. That will come after this painting. So this painting will not take very long to do. But it's done, it's finished, it's there. Matter of fact, it's right over there to my right. But it is there. Okay, I just brightened up some green, made some quick green here. Open up the bristles. This is a hog's hair brush. Okay. Once again, the lit side is up around in here. This is the front of the barn. We're gonna come over here and we're just gonna give a couple of playful little taps like that. Don't make your taps toy soldiers. All right, make them sporadic. Oh, thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate it. Just like this. Make them sporadic. You don't want 10 soldiers. All right. I'm gonna come up here in front. And what I'm doing is just taking the brush and I'm just patting downward. You group them together a little bit, space them out. Okay. You can do little hills this way, whatever. Mix it in. When you get towards that brown area, mix it in there. Right. Have them meet, say hello to each other, just like this. Okay. See that? Don't be scared. Remember, this is not watercolor paper. This is canvas, so it's a different feel, different look, different effects. You got me? All right. I'll pop some of those right into that brownish mix there. Mix it up. Let them mingle. Let them say hello. Okay. All right. All right. We can pretty much leave it just like that. We're gonna do some real interesting stuff there. Since relatively this painting's not gonna take very long to do. We're only 37 minutes into this. Okay. I'll probably end up doing more with this grass than I'll do with the actual barn. All right. Okay. Let's go into our blue for 1 second. Let's go into just dip into our blue. Let's put it right here. Okay. I don't want to really highlight it too strongly, so we'll get a little tiny bit of white. Now, every time you put different color into grass, it kind of tames it a little bit. It's not as wild, not as well. It looks like it's, you know, blue anyway. I mean, you can get away with blue, making them bluebells or whatever, and bluebells are wild. So, you know, you can kind of play around in the dark area with the bluebells. See this? Just like that. Pop a couple of them back here. When you do it back here further away, all right, they're just farther away. Okay, pop something in here a little bit, and just leave it be. All right. Now remember, if it looks a little gaudy to you, you got to give it a chance to dry. It will dry and darken up on you. Acrylic paint dries through evaporation, not oxidation like oil paint. Put some here. Pop them in there. You put a big old glob down like that, you just take it and borrow some and just drag it on this way, drag it on that way a little bit. Just put them in there. Pop some of them guys up in here too. Okay. Some of them are rebels. They want to go up into the brighter green area. Rebels. These are rogue bluebells. This is your painting. You do what you feel is right. All right. Don't let nobody tell you, you can't do that. You tell them you just did. All right. Okay. All right. Well, you rest your eyes and digest your macaroni salad. Too bad you can't stick around for the little contest. Would have been interesting. Oh, it's going to be interesting regardless. Okay, let's get a little bit of yellow. We'll put it over here by the orange. Get a little bit of white. We'll brighten it up like that. Okay, just like so. I think I got enough on the brush to do what I'm going to do next. I'll get a little bit of water. Be careful doing things like this. Okay, you want it loose enough to come off the brush, but you don't want it so loose that it starts running down. Okay, all right, you will be listening. All right, we're going to take it. pretty much on the lit side, not so much on the darker side. And we're just gonna take it and pop some nice bright little things in there like this. Look at that. The closer you're to it, the more control you have. Just wanted to throw that out there. Just like that. I don't really want them too much in the dark area. Let that dark area be by itself over there. There. Okay. There. Something like that. All right. A little interest, have a little fun over there. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Mona. Alrighty. Once again, thank you very much for Kathy for her super chat donation. I do appreciate it. Very nice of you. Thank you so much. All right. Now, we got a little bit of this established, and whatnot. I think I can get away with something before I even go. I'm going to do it right now. I know I can get away with it because there's nothing else that's going to really impede this, because I really want to get onto the drawing or the contest. So let's take a little bit of blue. We'll put it right there in this brown. Take a little bit of red because, this is my go-to dark anyway. Get it pretty dark there. All right. Yeah, this is good enough. This will work. All right, got this weird browny maroony color, which will appear very dark compared to everything else up there. All right, let's just take this. Let's put one right here. Just kind of have it come down like that, just like this. All right. Okay, just like that. Pretty dark. Let it stick up there, just like that. That's one. That's one down. And this helps with perspective too. Let's put one right about here. Let's like right there, like that. Okay, that's two. Put another one, a little taller, but there, like that. That's three. All right, we'll put one that's like falling over, like that. Okay. He's got issues. We'll put one that's kind of straight right there, like that. Okay. Like I said, this helps with perspective, helps kind of integrate things into the painting, and it gives a nice man-made look to all of this. And then we'll do one here, and then we'll do one here, and we do one here, like that. And we'll kind of put him back there. All right. And we'll pop another one there, just like that. We'll put one right here, kind of going. Actually, he goes this way, like that. Big one. He's a little closer to us. So spread him out a little bit. There we go. And become a little taller. Just like that. Put a nice size one right there like that. Actually, he needs to be bigger. He's in front of the other one. So let's kind of stretch him up a little bit. Like that. There. Now, if you don't make the sound effects, it never works. All right. So he's a big fella. Let's spread him out there like this. Almost look like the trunk of a tree. But there. And let's not make him so even. Let's break him up a little bit like that. Okay, something like so. All right. We have a mess here on this palette. It looks very disturbing. Let's clean that up a little bit. Because quite frankly, we don't need really too much of these colors anymore, so we'll just clean this up a little bit. Why am I using a paper plate? Because it's there, I guess, I don't know. And when I'm done, I just trash it. Basically. Let's get some of the yellow orangey stuff. I kind of like that. I'm mixing it in with the titanium white because I just like the stained up look of it. Something like that. All right, let's highlight these guys real quick. Take a nice swipe across, just like that. That's too much. thin that out a little bit. There. Yeah, that's good. All right. Over here, we're just gonna there. Put a little light on the subject here. Get it, when you touch it, see, all that it takes is a little touch, but just don't make them even. These are kind of striated lines here. All right, just something like that. And kind of stagger them when it gets toward the middle. Nothing too special, just like that. Take another piece, and right here, same thing, just touch. Touch. Stagger them, don't make them look even or perfect or symmetrical. It's pieces of wood that's been worn away by weather, rain, snow, hail, sleet, children, who knows, horses, donkeys, pigs, you know, chipmunks, who knows. They've you know, they weren't gonna stay pristine forever. Okay. Now when they get a little smaller, you use the other part of the knife. And just be careful with it. You gotta angle your knife. There, it's like that, just angle it a little bit there. Just like that, okay? All right. Let's take a script liner real fast. Dip the script liner never into your glycerin. I want to talk like Elmer Fudd now. Let's get a little bit of this creamy color here. Don't matter. Really thin. Get some water. Put it in there. Really inky consistency here. Twirl your brush around. Okay. Now, if your hand's got a twitch, this would be perfect for you. Okay. We're just going to take it and we're going to put some little. They don't have to be perfect. You don't have to see them perfectly. All right. Put them in there like that. Okay. Let's put them right in there. Your eye catch it. Your eye catch it. This one here is kind of, he's looking kind of crazy there, that one there. Okay. And this one here goes up, just like that. Boom, and we're kind of, and keep going. It's like that. Put another one here. He's drooping down like that, and it kind of comes up there like that. Add a little life, a little character to these fellas. It tightens up around here. Like that. They get a little slimmer. A little narrow. This one's here all bent and messed up there. All right. You just keep it going. Just like that. Right? You have it kind of come down here or whatever. You do whatever. If you don't like it, do it again. Like that. All right. Okay. You don't have to add 3. You won't see 3 here anyway, so you can pop one this way like that. Kind of going up there. This one here, kind of all messed up there. Let's put one falling on the ground here. He's just giving up on life. He's all on the ground down there like that. You know, he's just like chilling out, laying on the ground, half dead. Okay. Since he's laying on the ground, this one here gonna lay on the ground too. He's on the ground over here on the other side. He's just kind of messed up there. And you can continue the other ones. Other ones are still trying to stay strong there. Just like that, and leave it be. All right, just leave it alone. All right, let's do the barn now. I don't see anybody saying nothing, so I have to take my chat off and put the live chat back on. Nope. Nobody's talking. Talk to me. Let's take the barn off. Okay, not too bad. Going on 50 minutes. X-Acto knife, be extremely careful. All right. It will take off strips of flesh and you wouldn't even know it. So be mindful of that. Just be careful. Tape is not porous. So whatever's on this tape is extremely wet, like you just put it on. Be careful. Keep that in mind when you peel this stuff off. All right. Very typical barn. Okay. This barn is just in pencils. I didn't do anything else to this. I didn't add any markers or anything to it. Everything I'll just do it in glaze and in acrylic. Okay. Like I say, it is, believe it or not, it is 9 by 12. So for me, that's pretty tiny, considering what I'm used to painting on. All right, a flat brush, and well, no, before I do any of that, you guys know what a comb brush is? You guys know what a rake brush is? I'm trying to find, there you are. I'm trying to find a small one here. I think I'll be able to get away with something with this. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like with a medium-sized one. I won't bring it to this camera and you won't see. Well, let's see. Yeah, you guys can see it. Yeah, against my brown skin and my brown shirt. That's a comb brush rake. And this is an angled one. All right, this is the medium-sized fella. All right, this is his kid brother. Little tiny guy. These are good for hair, good for wood grain, which you're about to see in a few seconds. Okay. Actually, these are angled ones. They do have flat ones. All right, and then here's a bigger one. They make them in fan brush also. All right. Okie dokie. The best way to use these is with extremely loose paint, to which I seem not to have too much of, so we're going to cheat. I got some Higgins ink here. We're going to do it with this. Let's see if I got any I can just pour on here. Nope. I'm going to have to do it the other way. Just pour it. Because I don't have too much of this left, so I'll pour. I'll try to, there we go. That should be more than enough right there. All right. So we're going to take this dark brownish stuff here. Now, the way this works, up in the upper hairs up there, all right, stores the paint. It has to be pretty loose so you can get the striations, as you shall soon see. All right, you gotta be kind of confident in what you're about to do. Also, I guess we can zoom in a little bit on the bar, since the bar is gonna be the subject. So we'll bring it in this close, all right? Okay. Just like that, we'll zoom it in. All right, here we go. Ready? So obviously wood slats, it's a barn. We'll do this kind of quickly. Here we get this ball rolling. And you don't have to necessarily be straight up and down. They can wiggle around or whatever. But I'll just do the shadows. I'll just kind of take it very lightly. See the strokes you get? See this? Especially up over the underhang of the lip there. Just like so. All right. Remember, this is canvas, so it's kind of patterned. It's got the grooves and stuff in it. Bring some straight down. For those of you who are a little worried about being exact, don't. Just like that. Or you can take it and go up into the wood grain like this. All right. Not by the door. Go up from the door there. But just like that. Again, keep it kind of solid here. Make it pretty dark there. And have it feather down. Do whatever you feel you need to do to get the job done. Just like that. Come up from the rim of the door. Just like that. Come on down. Like that. Bring some together. See? Just like this. Nobody saying nothing to me. I'll just take it that you guys are intently watching. Just dipping it into the to the brush. Like I say, it gets into the upper furrows up there. gonna get really dark here. Actually, let's create a shadow right there. Like that. And then we'll just take it and kind of bring it downward like this. And we'll kind of bring it down further as it goes toward the back there. This is the darker side anyway. So we add a little character there. And remember, you can bring it going back up the other way. Much like this. Hold on for a second. There we go. Okay, we're at almost an hour. All right, no problem. And we got this little fella down here. We'll just kind of glaze him like that. Just like so. Okay, I know we got this fella there. I might do him another direction. Why not? Actually, let's go up. I gotta be careful. Let's make him a little solid here. Give a little depth to that guy right there. Give him a little one right here. Give him a little one right here. All right, just like that. Make him a little deeper there. Okay, just like that. I really want to just go the other way with him. This is the door, so we'll go in the other direction with him. Just like that. He's the door, so we'll play around with him in that direction. So we get the striations going in different direction here with the door. And I'm just dragging out some of that ink from that direction, and we'll come over here, we'll meet it a little bit. Just like that. Nah, I know what I'll do with that. Okay, so that's enough of that. Put the little fella back. Let's get the little teeny tiny little rigger brush, little baby, little fella. You guys see here, it gets my jaw here. Little fella right there. All right, okay. We're going into the ink still, and we'll just kind of. I gotta be careful with this. Can you guys still see? Yes, you can. All right. There. Just be real careful. I don't have to necessarily be exact. Just make a little framework for the door here. Once I'm done with this, the rest is really like a glaze. Let's thicken up this part here so it looks like we got some depth in that little door there. Same thing with this fella here, we'll make it a little stronger. And then we'll kind of block him in there, just like that. Okay. I really don't have to do too much on this side, but I'll just put it here. Now here, this one here, because he's the dark in the side, so we can kind of shade him a little bit there. Just like that. Okay. And that should be the end of that. All right. I do like that darkness. So we'll take a small 1/4 inch. We'll take this stuff here. I'll mix it in with a little bit of blue, red, or whatever, red in here. I'll just kind of mix it in there. And we'll use this. I gotta be careful because all here, you guys can't see it, but it's very wet, so I have to really be careful. Right in here. And some dark right in here. Just be careful. Be as even as you can. Just like that. I'll play around with this 1/2 right here. He's fairly deep, very dark there. Just like that. I don't have to add nothing else. Let's redden the tops. I'm gonna still use this dark brown, but we'll just kind of there. We're here with this fella right here. This is the dark part of the barn anyway, so he's pretty there, just like that. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing up here, but I'm gonna get a little bit of water, no glycerin, just water. I will use a thicker brush, but it won't be necessary. I'll just go right through this. All right, you guys can see it. As long as you guys can see what I'm doing, we're good. This is the dark half of the barn, right here. So, it's just the ink, a little bit of red paint, and some water. That's it. Just like so. Okay, all right. Let's get a little bit of blue. I got some blue in here. We'll take some blue and we'll just kind of scuffle some of that in there. Remember, it's kind of worn out, beat down. So we're kind of pat it in there and let nature have its way with it. All right, just let it look beat up, worn down a little bit there. Okay, all right. All right, let's take a little bit of this blue paint. Take a little bit of glycerin because I want to make a glaze out of this stuff. And on the dark half of the barn here, we'll just start adding in stuff like this. Like I say, it's the dark half of the barn, so we're really kind of... Now, just because it's dark like this don't mean that the striations or the grains won't show. They will. They will. When it dries up, you'll see them. Just like that. We'll add a little bit of red, a little touch of red. Slight touch. And we'll put it on the side there. Just like that. Okay. Lighten it up a little bit. Just like that. Dark half of the barn there. Bring some of that down. Just like so. Okay. Really beat up looking over there. When it dries, you'll still see the striations. Do not panic. All right. Okay. Let's get a bit of yellow. And we'll put the yellow right here. A little more yellow. Do the light part of the barn here. Tiny bit of red to that yellow. Some of that weird brown. Now, we'll get some glaze. Get a nice little glaze of it here. Okie dokie. And here we go. Now, why do I add the glycerin? Well, the glycerin, once again, will make this paint transparent. Meaning you'll see whatever's going on underneath this thing. The more glaze you use, the more transparent it gets. You follow me? So let's say, as I'm doing this, it might be a little too much paint still. Maybe, or maybe not. But still, maybe you don't like it, it's too thick. Okay, just get some glycerin. Nothing but glycerin this time. And just go back over it, see how it wears it away, and you put the residual stuff down here. Just like that, move it around a little bit. Okay. So see how it starts to drip? You can just take advantage of that and move it around. Just like that. Move it around. Just like so. almost like painting with a crayon, just like that. I'll take some. See, it's starting to pour up a little bit, so you just wipe some away. It's okay. It's like that. Let's take some of that deep brown, a little bit of it, and we'll just start playing with it right up here. Right at the top there. Continue the striations, make it look woolly looking and all crazy. See this? See that? I mean, leave it to your own devices, what you feel looks good to you. What will work for you? What is it that you want in your barn to make it look the way it looks? Okay. See that? Let's make some of that red, some of that, get a little bit of water here, loosen it up that way. So let's make that door a nice target. And we're gonna go the other way. Don't go down, go across. Like this, go across. Yeah, it's got white mixed in it, it's okay. Just like that. Put a little bit of that right on that door right there. Gee, I can't even tell if anybody's saying anything. I guess nobody is it. All right. I'm just taking the water on my brush and I'm just spreading it around. Just like that. As you see, that India ink is not going anywhere. Okay. There's actually a little bit of white in there, which is why it's got that weird pasty look to it. We're about to solve some of that right now, because I still want it kind of dark. Right up under here. A little darkness there. I can fade it out a little bit, just like that. And kind of bring it downward. Just like that, right down here in this corner. See? Just kill some of that. Give us a little red door right in here. All right. Just like that. Okay. Just like so. I told you it's not going to take very long. Okay. All right. Let's integrate Mr. Barn into the painting because everything's a little too even there. All right. All right. We're like 98% finished with this, and then we'll get to the festivities here. Oh, let's take on. We'll take one of these flats that's been beaten around for a bit. Let's take a little bit of. I think I got a little bit of green left. A little blue, a little green. Try to scrounge up some color here, and right up in here, kind of add a little love. Right up in there a little bit. Just kind of integrate this guy in there. Put him in there. We'll put a bush or two in there, something in there. Maybe we'll pop a bush in there like that. Boom. Put him in there, some little darkest in there like that. We'll put him right in the middle there. A little bit of, get some white in there. White is very opaque, so be careful with it. All right, and we'll kind of tap in some playful little bushes in there like that. Put it in there. Oops, got rid of the shed. Forgot about the shed. Well, the shed is now a bush. It's all right. Forgot all about the shed. Apparently the shit wasn't that important anyway. Put them in there. Put them up in there. There. Something like that. Okie dokie. We're almost done. Almost done. We're gonna do something really neat here. I'm gonna go into this dark India ink brown, what I got left of it. I'll dip a little micro touch of water in this. The shadows of the light's hitting here, so there's shadow this way. That means that your little sticks got shadows going this way. Yeah, you bet you didn't think about that, huh? Look at this. Ah, yeah. Think of that, did you guys? Ah, look at that. Yeah. Have it come right on down there like that. Then they get smaller and smaller. Yeah, okay. Something like that. And we can even darken some of this here. And then we'll call it a day with this. Okay, we'll get on with the other one. But I hope you guys like this little tutorial. Hope this helps somebody else. And just, see me paint. All right. Thank you guys for watching this. Let me throw a signature on it real quick, and then we'll move on to the 4-leaf clover. And thank you for sticking around with me. A friend of mine gave me a suggestion about the 4-leaf clover, which is why I'm doing it. I'm like, yeah, I guess that would be pretty interesting. Well, we'll see if they go for it. All right, I'll pop a name on it here. Signature real quick. Just titanium white and water. Believe it or not, I had to put it pretty thick on here because of the residual glycerin that's on this. And once again, this is not watercolor paper. This is actual canvas. So it's a different feel. All right. Okay. And there we go. And of course, you know that I usually tape my borders. So let's take the tape off of this. Now, it might bleed through on masking tape or scotch, masking tape. It doesn't bleed through as much with scotch tape, the clear stuff. But it will bleed through on this, all depending. So we'll see how this looks. My chat is frozen. Why am I not surprised? Okay, the chat is frozen. So hold on, let me sign. Let me get out of YouTube and go back in. I kind of figured the chat might be frozen because nobody's saying anything. I'm like, why is it so quiet? All right, hold on. I'm pretty much done with this anyway, so I can take. Hold on for a second. Let me switch things around here. All right. Okay. 14. I can't. No, everybody. Is the chat frozen? I can't tell. The last person that said anything is Miranda. Okay. God dog it. Okay, guys. What I'm going to do, because we're done, I know everything else is moving pretty well, but the chat is frozen. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to probably sign out and come back in because apparently it's not doing anything if the chat is frozen because it stopped at Mona. Wow, Anthony, it looks beautiful. That's where it froze at. So if CAD Pro and all you guys are in here and I don't, oh, now it wants to come through? Look at this. Are you serious? No, they were in here. The chat froze. Hello, JCT. Yeah, it's YouTube again now. I don't know. People are telling me that that the chat isn't changing, but when the chat's frozen, you know, nothing. You know, I knew something was going on because nobody was saying anything. You feel a little confused on the placement of the red to brown areas. Oh, the difference is in the door, or you're talking about all of this on the side. One's the lit side, one's not so lit, and that would be the side over here on the left. Other than that, it's just my preference, really. Yeah. Hey, Kat, it's good to see you. Yeah, YouTube is acting up. Hey, Billy. Nope, Madonna, thank you very much. Usually, if you message me and I'm doing this, I usually ignore them, but I'll look. But thank you for letting me know. Yeah, the chat was frozen. As a matter of fact, it's frozen on my my program here too, which is crazy. Oh, nope, there it is. It came back. Okay, no, I see. Okay, yeah, this one here on my program, it came back. It came. I just restarted the mouse and everything popped back up again. All right. It's not in focus. Now we're in focus. Anyway, I don't even know what to call this thing. I just call it a freaking barn. Who knows what I'll call it, you know. But it's done. Now what I am going to do is peel this off. Take the tape off. Just set this somewhere where I won't intentionally knock it down or anything. There we go. All right, let's put this one back up. Not too many people see me paint anything like this. It's not that I can't paint it. It's just, you know, I don't. Come to daddy. Oh my God. Oh. All right, we'll center this thing somewhere. I'll put it right here. All right. And I will put it, I'll center it the best I can. Let's draw back a little bit. You guys might have to blow up your screen or whatever, or do what you gotta do to see this. But anyway, there it is. Now, I need you to really look at this. It'll go to somebody, the first person who can tell me where that 4-leaf clover is. Okay. I think you guys can see that pretty good. I think you guys can, yeah. All right. But it is in there. I can't wait to see how you guys are gonna figure this one out. But go for what you know. Did it happen to Sandy? It froze. It's good to see you, Jay. But yeah, I don't paint too many fence posts and chicken wire. Is it still frozen? If it is frozen, guys, what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to come back out and come right back in. Okay. Because I figured people would be talking to me. Yeah, it is frozen. All right, I'm gonna come back out. I'm gonna just retitle it part 2 and come right back in. It'll take only literally a few seconds. So I'm sorry you have to go through this, but I will return. Like I said, it'll come right back and it'll just say part 2. I'll refresh everything and we'll continue.